I intend
It's
to see Wonder Woman this year, though.
I mean, Wonder Woman looks great, but
Yeah.
they've suckered me in. DC has suckered me in with these trailers, four times, and I'm serious. Like Man of Steel, the trailers to Man of Steel made me openly weep,
Yep.
and it turned out to be the biggest pile of crap I've ever seen.
I agree with you, but Tony would disagree.
I
He
know.
would disagree with you if he was here.
Epic film guy Nick would also disagree with me heavily. Well, and Justin too. Justin loves Man of
Really?
Steel.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Um,
Fair enough.
Batman versus Superman is ponderous, pretentious twaddle, and I hate it. It is so far up its own ass that it forgets to be fun.
Ugh,
And isn't that what a movie featuring two iconic superheroes should be?
exactly.
It should be fun.
Material. Sometimes I wonder who these movies are made for. Are they made for the people who know the source material, or are they trying to draw in people who have a peripheral knowledge of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman? I mean, how could you not know they exist? You may not know their stories, but you're aware of them. So the audience on these podcasts have been reading these comics for decades, and they hated this movie so much.
Well, that's the excuse that the filmmakers use a lot. Oh, it's made for the fans. It's made for the
I
fans.
don't think so.
Um, but, but when you're making a film, you have to take into account that general movie-going audiences are going to see this. This movie is certainly not made for kids,
No, no, not at all.
because
Even from the commercials, it's not.
the extended cut is rated R. Who wants to watch an R-rated Superman movie?
Right,
And
exactly.
Zack Snyder, who thinks he's being like edgy and deep, he decides to fill this movie with like murder and death and nightmares and despair. In the very opening scene, an innocent man is shot in the head at point blank range.
Oh, oh, that's fun.
Well, and it Zack Snyder later revealed as a fun nugget for the fans of the comic books, that's Jimmy Olsen. So
Oh, I
Jimmy
heard
Olsen,
about that. Oh
yeah,
God, that I heard.
as a fun reference to fans, Jimmy Olsen gets shot in the head. Yeah,
Now,
and it's not made for general movie going audiences either because like Wonder Woman just shows up
uh-huh.
and you're like, who is this woman? We don't know her name. We don't know like anything about her. So when she shows up at the end to fight with Batman and Superman, it's like why? Why
Right,
is
makes
she
no
here?
sense. Yeah.
Who is she? People who have no I mean, Wonder Woman is such an iconic, recognizable character, but like, imagine just for a moment that someone has no idea who Wonder Woman is.
Uh-huh.
They'd be horribly confused. It's just a thing that happens without any setup. The Marvel movies, and I don't want to, I really don't want to compare Marvel to DC, but at least in the Marvel movies, they set stuff up.
Hmm.
They introduce characters in a way that makes sense, and this is just I don't know. It's just a mess. And then it makes our heroes, Batman and Superman, into miserable, scowling simpletons with bloodlust.
Right.
And their titular fight lasts about 6 minutes. And the reason why they're fighting, as well as the reason that they stop fighting and decide to team up, is so nonsensical that you can't take any of it seriously. And based on how inflated and self-serious his movie is, Zack Snyder really, really, really wants you to take it seriously.